Morning folks, Kevin here. Well, it's August 1st, 2024 and I thought what I'd do is take you for a quick morning tour of the gardens and see how they're doing and all. So we'll start off over here in the western garden plot. First thing I'll say is the weeds around the perimeter here are just doing very well, the weeds. So here we are in the western garden plot. These are the hiscaps or honeyberry plants. Excuse me. They're doing really well. Looks like they're done with all of their berry production at this point. The birds get the majority of the berries for those, as well as the blueberry plants as well. Blueberry plants have been doing great. Dia's only getting a few blueberries each day when she comes out here to harvest blueberries and all, but got a really good supply of them over the last month or so. So real happy with that. Dia's been spending a lot of time in the gardens and processing food, those sorts of things. So I haven't spent much time up here as I would like to. I've been doing other projects on the property. The blackberry patch is doing pretty well. Excuse me. I've got to tip root some of these plants here. I got to get to that sometime soon. So here's one of the triple crowns. They're just getting started now. Beautiful white flower. So these are a semi-erect thornless blackberry plant. More of the honeyberries around the perimeter here doing well. Thea put up a electric, it's non-electric, but it's electric fence wire up here. So that's all set. And of course it's trying to beat the birds when it comes to all the different berries here on the property. It's been absolutely crazy. Thea's been weeding over here, taking care of it. There are some weeds that get started, but with this mulch system it's usually pretty easy to go ahead and get those buggers up and out of here. So I can't complain, considering that I haven't spent any time over here. So this is a Chester here with the pink flowers, another thornless semi-erect blackberry plant, doing great. I guess we have a volunteer squash here. They said, well, let's just let it go. So that's going okay. And you can see the deer prints in here. They still jump the fence here to get in here. I think they're jumping right where this gate is, or where that gate is. Most likely that gate. Blueberry plants. Yeah, the blueberries are pretty small now, and the birds beat us to them. And the margin over here with the hostas and the lupines, they're doing well. Yeah, those deer just keep coming in. They love the hostas. Okay, so pretty happy this the amount of berry production over here. The blackberries are producing right now. Thea's getting bags of those. Still getting mulberries. We're really blessed with those trees as well. She harvested all of the red currants and black currants that she wanted for the year. So we're set with those. I've got lots of those plants to divide and replant in different places of the forest and all. So let's look at the central garden now. So over here on the side, it's the third growth of the Bach 14 comfrey going over here. They really do suppress the weeds. You can see just a couple of weeds in there, but they do a great job, and they make really good increased fertility of the soil. Whether you're doing leaf mold or compost, really works well. So we had harvested the garlic and the shallots, and Thea is in the process, and so they've been curing. Thea's in the process now of trimming down the shallots, and then she's going to start the garlic as well. So on these real hot days, she'll goes into the sugar shack and work in there, take care of that. But these are the beds that the garlic and the shallots came out of. We got a cover crop in a couple weeks ago. It's doing great so far. Really love the cover crops. They really do an amazing job with our soil. absolutely fantastic is the northern spruce here, and the corn is starting to get their cobs, and as you can see, the pollen is being produced, and this is just loaded with bees right now. Absolutely fantastic. This place is a buzz. And our squash plants, well, the deer get in here at least twice a day. We have 2 bucks and 1 doe that I've caught in here. The does with the fawns, I haven't seen them in here, but they've been going at our squash. We'll get a couple of squash out of this ultimately, but as you can see, they've been chewing on several of them. Go back up to the corn here for a second. The bees are a buzz. Just love the bees. And so the squash, I don't know how much, we won't get much this season. Last year we had so much squash, it was crazy. The kale plants are doing great. Harvesting kale every day, eating our meals. Tomato plants, well, we just started getting some ripe San Marzano. These are the determinate variety of the San Marzano tomatoes, and they're producing very, very well. So just 3 plants this year, more than enough. You can see raccoons have been in here too, raccoon droppings in here. I guess we have enough abundance that we can share it with our wildlife here. That's cool. It's just so neat to watch the cover crops come in. They're so fantastic. And just knowing the work that they do. Cover crop seed isn't cheap, it's expensive. You really want the diversity of seed. If you watch the cover crop video that I created, I talk about some of the key things, the key elements of the cover crops, and I think I posted an article on our website, mindfullivingsanctuary.com, about cover crops and not leaving bare ground as well. The soil, your plants, your nutrition, your health will be improved based on the plants that you're growing that are more highly nutritious, and certainly the soil will improve tremendously. So let's go over here to the So here we are with the tunnel. Now I haven't done any weeding over here, so we got grasses growing. As you can see, we got some of the scarlet red runner beans. We got these started late. We'll see how they do. Love their beautiful flowers. The hummingbirds love them. And the blueberry plants over here, same situation. The berries have, I guess I'd say we're out of the berries now. Now it's raspberry time, so all the raspberries are coming in, so we get raspberries every day as well. Raspberry plants are looking great. We have some for sale in our nursery. Same plants as these ones. These are heritage red raspberry plants. Absolutely fantastic. More of the blueberry plants here. And the mounding or stool layering. I'm pulling some of these potatoes shoots up. So these are the Hess caps or his caps, stool layering or mounding of these honeyberry plants, and that's one of our ways of making more, propagating them. So raspberries all in here. Here's some of the bee balm. Beautiful, beautiful flowers. We got the ones out by the solar panels, they're doing well, and all of them are getting ready to go to seed, especially all of our wild bergamot plants as well. So here's more of the scarlet red runner beans all along in here. Sweet potatoes, well, the grasses have gotten in there, so we'll see how well our sweet potatoes do. It's a shame I don't get to weed that much. You should see it's crazy here. And the strawberry patches, sending out the runners. To try and keep these runners out here in the places where we want them to go, so they don't get down into all the nooks and crannies. Yeah, there's some weeding to do in here as well. Butterfly milkweed. I love the different milkweeds, all the different varieties. And we're going to try and propagate as much as we can for all the different spots on the property. See how well that works out. The black locust seedlings are taken right off here, looking fantastic. Now these ones have thorns. They are nitrogen fixers. They're great plants, absolutely fantastic. They do send out runners, so it's one of those things you only want to put these where you know you're going to want them, and to control them you'd mow right up to the edge of them. And these are our peach trees here, growing up, looking pretty darn good. More of the haskaps or honeyberry plants right over here. These are all being mounded or stool layering. Oh, I forgot to walk over here by the herb garden. Herb garden, lavender's looking good, thyme's looking good, the oregano's looking good, and the sage is doing a second growth as well. This one's more peach seeds, I think, that are in this one, but they haven't overwintered yet. Nothing in these two beds here. Here are some apple trees here coming up. Some more apple trees here. These are some of the Asian pear plants right here. I love these things. These taste so good. And the hazelnuts. So our hazelnuts up front are doing absolutely fantastic. They're huge. They're starting to produce the nuts now. Of course, we got to wait until the hulls start turning brown and you hear the little nuts shake free in there. That's when it's time to harvest them. So that's cool. Dee is out here watering now. How we doing, hon?
Good, we're watering.
Oh my God almighty, she's
88 degrees today, 90 tomorrow.
She's my weatherman. She tells me what's going on. You just got done watering up front?
Yep, it's all yours.
Okay, hon. So I thinned and pruned this peach tree here. It was really getting ready to split, like one of the ones out in the food forest. So really should thin the fruit a little bit more here. But this is our small peach tree in here. And we'll go around up to the front garden. Okay, here's the front garden. Lots of Thea's houseplants over here. The hostas all along in here are doing great. The fiddlehead ferns, they're hanging in there at this point. Hostas, all the different hostas. The Japanese maples, there, here. The sedums, different sedums growing down here. Of course, all the irises that are there, more sedums, columbine, Japanese maple, more sedums down here, chicken in the woods, Another Japanese maple here, irises, hostas. Yeah, pretty good so far. Pretty excited. I love the different appearances of these different sedums. They actually are a beautiful ground cover. And some of them are just so prolific. They really expand significantly. And Thea comes up here and takes care of this section really, really well. This sedum here grows natively here, and it was growing in our wall one day, and then decided, okay, let's go ahead and start transplanting that around. That's worked out beautifully. And of course the thyme over here, some oregano here, irises, more thyme. So that's the front garden. So that's it for our garden tour today, and I hope you were excited. I hope your gardens are doing well. Gardening is such a pleasurable experience. Sometimes I get caught up in all the other projects around here and I don't get to spend as much time in the gardens, but just even walking around in the gardens just is so fulfilling, almost like forest bathing. Really, really nice. So I hope you found some value in this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a super fantastic and safe day. Bye-bye now.